I'm closer to 30 now than I am to being 20, and I think about that quite a lot. So let's talk about some of the things that I'm glad I've done in my life so far, and some things that I've learned and advice that I would give to someone I really care about. You don't need to stay friends with someone just because you've been friends for a long time. You know, I've had friendships fizzle out when I realized that we were only really friends because we went to the same school or lived in the same area, and we would have probably never been friends otherwise. I realized one friendship was quite over whenever we hang out, I just kind of felt drained by our indifferences and our drastically different ways of viewing the world. Just because someone is an adult does not mean that they are trustworthy or a good person. Somehow, perhaps naturally, before entering adulthood, we tend to view anyone older than us as these aliens who have everything figured out and who know what's best for everyone. Nope, most of us are still pretty clueless kids, just in a bigger format with some more experience. Memento mori. Remember, you will die. It's not something that we want to walk around, thinking about. But sometimes when I feel super nervous or anxious about something, I remind myself that no one will care about this situation or about me or about any of these people in 100 years, because guess what? None of us will be here. Memento mori. It's both comforting and terrifying at the same time. But I try to see it as a good kind of terror, the kind of terror that makes you stop taking life for granted because you're aware that it could be taken away from you at any moment. Sorry for the existential dread. I promise that's the first and last intentional moment of that throughout this video. There was a period of my life when I would think about purpose a lot, like life purpose. What was it? Where could I find it? I think I was asking the wrong questions. The question that I should have been asking was, what would I like my life purpose to be? Purpose is not found. It's something that you choose and then build on. At least that's how I view it now, and it's many different things. One of my purposes is being a dog mom and spoiling him, which I really did recently. I mean, big time. Take a look. Who knew that there was such a fun way of preserving the natural woodlands of Scotland while helping global deforestation efforts? Well, that's exactly what our sponsor, Established Titles, does. So historically, Scottish landowners have been referred to as lairds, or lords and ladies in English. And now, you can officially be a lord or a lady by owning at least 1 square feet of dedicated land in Scotland. You will get a unique plot number and an official certificate with crest. And when I say officially, I mean officially, because you can officially include the title Lord or Lady on your credit card, plane ticket, dating profile, etc. And not only is that cool for your ego and makes for a fun and unique gift, but you're actually doing something important here. So with every order, 1 tree is planted, because Established Titles works with global charities like One Tree Planet and Trees for the Future to support global reforestation efforts. And now to the part that I feel ridiculously excited about, which is that the first 200 people who purchase a title pack using my link will effectively be next to my plot. So within a few minutes walking distance, we're all going to be next to each other. So depending on how many of you choose to become a lord or a lady, we can build our own little Lana Kingdom, or I don't know, what should we call our little kingdom? Established Titles is actually running an early Black Friday sale. Plus, if you use the code Lana Blakely, you get an additional 10% off. So go to establishedtitles.com/Lana Blakely to get your gifts now and help support the channel. After all, it's sponsors like this that keep the channel alive. So thank you all. So I haven't received my physical certificate yet. I have it on my phone, however, until I receive that one. And you can put it in anyone's name. I choose to put the land in Fred's name. So let's see how he reacts. Freddie! Titta! Du är Lord Fred. Lord Fred. Titta här. I think he's very excited. Do not get comfortable in isolation. Other people are the most valuable thing that we have in our lives. I truly believe that. I mean, yeah, get comfortable, being on your own and not needing someone else in order to be well and survive. But please don't underestimate the importance of strong, healthy relationships. You need to have someone that you can call, someone that you can drag with you to a boring event that you need to attend, someone who will pick up and pick you up in a heartbeat if you're in trouble. Just one person. And also, we don't remember the hours that we spent on the couch alone. We remember the times that we spent with people who made us feel at home. If everyone around you is telling you that this person, whoever it is in your life, isn't good for you, it's not because they don't know that person like you do, it's because you're probably blinded by rose-tinted glasses, and they're right and you're wrong. Most likely. I mean, what do I know? You will get over your first heartbreak. I promise. Moving on to something completely different, I'm so glad I got an iPad about a year ago. Reading on my iPad and taking notes with my Apple Pencil has completely changed my reading experience. Although a Kindle is obviously very convenient, you can just throw it in your bag, I don't use it nearly as much now than I read on my iPad. This next one, I want to scream at the top of my lungs, but I'm not going to do that. The only person who has to believe in you is yourself. If you're waiting for everyone else to get on board with your plan or your goal, you're going to be waiting for a very long time, perhaps forever. The approval that you're so desperately seeking, it needs to come from you and you alone. Sure, it's really nice, having other people support you, and hopefully you have someone in your life who does that, but it shouldn't be a requirement. I put everything on my calendar now. Like, as an adult with responsibilities, I don't have the ability to be spontaneous to the extent that I was when I was 21, and there's simply no way for me to remember the date, time, place, and all of that for every single thing that I have planned. Dinner arrangement, put in the calendar. Need to get groceries, put in the calendar. I love it. Why use my brain as storage when I could just write things down? A question that I think is good to ask yourself, whether it refers to your work or a friendship or relationship, to kind of figure out whether or not the situation is right for you, is, if I could start over, would I pick this again? So let's take the relationship as an example. Ask yourself, if I was not with this person right now, would I still pick them, or would I look for someone else? And if it's the latter, you're probably just in that relationship or whatever the situation is out of comfort or convenience. Once a task is just begun, never leave it till it's done. Be the labor, great or small, do it well or not at all. That's from Quincy Jones. Basically, don't half-ass things. Don't do half the dishes or make your bed like you don't give a damn. I have so much respect for people who fully commit to even the smallest of tasks and don't leave them half done. And I strive to, be that person myself. Assumptions are the devil. Ask instead. Hey, so that plan that you have for your life? College at 19, engaged by 22, married by 27, buying a house by 30? It may not turn out that way. Not saying that it's going to turn out better or worse. It may just be different. Be open to that. Don't obsess over living life after a manual that you've created in your own head. Be aspirational and put in the work, but trust your timeline, you little control freak. That's me telling that to myself, not to you. Unless you feel good hearing that. So do you want to know what happens when you wait around for opportunities to come knock on your door? Nothing. Not a single thing. Put yourself out there. Go out in the world. It's your playground if you want it to be. So I accidentally ripped my jeans today, and my reaction was exactly this. Well, that was not great, but it happened. I brushed it off so quickly, I even surprised myself. Now, do I always react like this when I do something clumsy, which happens a lot? No, definitely not. But I make an effort to. I just don't want to be the type of person who is reactive. I want peace. And peace comes with not getting worked up over the small inconveniences in life. Also, note to self. Regret hurts more than rejection. So I'm someone who likes to film myself quite frequently. I like documenting things that I'm going through. Now, am I saying that I have a bunch of clips of myself ugly crying because I felt like my world was falling apart? Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. And I look back on some of those clips today and I laugh, but I don't laugh because I'm invalidating the feelings of my past self. I would never do that. I laugh because I think I made it through. I'm a lot stronger than I think, and so are you.